Have you ever dealt with someone who seems to know exactly which button to push? They criticize you, challenge you, twist what you said, and before you know it, you're defending yourself in a conversation you never intended to have. So, how do you beat someone like that? Well, you don't. You become harder to control. And ironically, some of the things that frustrate controlling people the most are the exact same things that make you a healthier communicator. Let me show you 5 of them. 1. Stop giving them the reaction they want. Someone criticizes you, accuses you of something, or says something they know will get under your skin, and immediately you react. You get angry, you defend yourself, you try to prove them wrong. That's exactly where they want you. Instead, before you respond, ask yourself, what reaction are they trying to get from me? Then don't give it to them. Stay calm. Answer only what actually needs an answer. The moment they can no longer control your reaction, they lose one of the easiest ways to control the conversation. 2. Stop over-explaining yourself. Here's another trap. Someone questions a decision you made, so you explain it. They challenge your explanation, so you explain it again. And suddenly, you're defending your own decision like you're on trial. Don't do that. Give a clear explanation once. If one is appropriate, then stop. An explanation is information. It isn't an application for permission. And that's an important distinction, because once you've clearly explained yourself, repeating the explanation usually doesn't make it clearer. It just gives the other person another opportunity to challenge it. So, if you've answered the question honestly and clearly, let your answer stand. You don't need their agreement for your explanation to be valid. 3. Turn your boundaries into actions. Most people get boundaries wrong. They say, you can't talk to me like that. But you can't control how another person behaves. You can control what you do next. Try saying this instead. If you continue talking to me like that, I'm going to end this conversation. And if they continue, end it. A boundary isn't about controlling their behavior. It's deciding what you're willing to participate in and follow through. And this is where boundaries usually succeed or fail. If you keep announcing a boundary but never act on it, eventually the other person learns that your boundary doesn't really mean anything. So don't make a threat. Don't give an ultimatum you won't keep. Decide what you will do if the behavior continues, and then do it. That's what turns a boundary from words into something real. 4. Don't let them define your reality. They may say, you're selfish, you're too sensitive, you don't care about me, you know exactly what you were doing. Those aren't objective facts. They're someone else's interpretation of you. You don't need to spend the extra 20 minutes trying to prove them wrong. Try saying this: I understand that's how you see it. That's not what I intended. That's it. You can acknowledge someone else's perception without accepting it as your reality. And notice what you didn't do. You didn't tell them they're crazy. You didn't attack their interpretation. And you didn't spend 20 minutes trying to convince them that they're wrong. You simply separated their interpretation from your intention. That's a communication skill worth practicing. Someone else is allowed to have an opinion about you. You're not required to adopt it. 5. Be willing to end the conversation. Sometimes the other person keeps pushing because they know you'll keep participating. You'll keep answering, keep defending yourself, keep trying to make them understand. So when the conversation stops being productive, say this: we're not getting anywhere with this. I'm done discussing it for now. And then actually stop. You don't have to win the argument. You don't have to get the last word in. You just have to stop giving someone else control over whether the conversation continues. And remember, you always have the option to stop. However, before you do that, make sure you check out this next video on more ways to deal with difficult people, including narcissists. I'll see you there.